People of YouTube, my name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, and feel free to comment down below what you would like me to do for future anime and cartoon-related content. So today, let me tell you, this is definitely an interesting episode, and I know I got my light setup going on right now because I'm doing this video a bit later than I normally do. Went kayaking today. It was pretty nice. Pretty nice to get out of the house with all the stuff going on. But anyway, we are talking about Tower of God, Season 1, Episode 12. Only one episode left. And also, after this Saturday, there's only going to be one episode left for Harley Quinn as well. Re:Zero Season 2 I'm going to do. That doesn't start till July 8th. So it'd be kind of nice to have another show in there, you know. I think that BMO show, I might review that, where that comes out. I think that's coming out at the end of this month as well. So, BMO and Re:Zero, does that sound good to you? Let me know in the comments down below. So anyway, I'm going to start with the end. I'm going to start with the end because I am so confused. So the director kind of has his evil scheme, evil plan going the entire time throughout this. We kind of see how it plays out, see how he got the Princess of Jahar there, got Yuri there. We haven't seen her since like the first episode, so we have no idea what's been going on with her and Evan and this new hammer guy that's with her. She is super OP, super powerful. This Royal Guard that friggin' wiped the floor with a knock, and then Dorsey, and even Shibushi, I don't think he even really fought them, but she has no problem just like basically flicking at him like a toy. So she is a ranker princess, so I don't know what her actual rank is, but she seems like she's got to be pretty high up there if basically nothing can touch her. Kind of crazy, kind of ridiculous how easy it is for her to basically destroy all of those crazy monster things that came out of his mouth, and basically flick away the lightning. And we don't even know what this guy looks like. Long story short, he basically gets killed by the hammer dude, and she was like, "You're not going to kill a knock. I want to see how this plays out." Because the Royal Guard was going to be like, "Oh, and Dorsey's a traitor. Oh, you know, Yuri's a traitor to the royal family." And she didn't want that happening, so obviously she killed him. And 9 out of 10, the king is going to probably just think that Anak ended up being too powerful, and maybe send another assassin. I honestly don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The director was basically playing this all out, so they all met up together. So Yuri won't be around anymore because she has the Black March. She was going to go defend Bam because the demon actually ended up attacking Bam because the Royal Guard didn't want the Bam basically attacking. I'm not going to spoil anything because I did look at the wiki, but long story short, in the previous episode, they said it either brings great disparity or great prosper, and I guess the king doesn't want to take that chance of Bam being an irregular with that issue happening there. So Khun's plan kind of plays out perfectly. Rak is kind of running around beating the crap out of these ogres. Parasol, or however you pronounce his name, he is, you know, being a whiny baby the entire time. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't go on to the next level at this point, because he was basically useless the entire time, and Rak was literally had a dead weight. He was carrying him the entire time. But basically, the other characters whose names, I don't think we really get them too much. I know Laurel was with them as well. They figured out all the hogs are underneath the ground. And then in order to, kind of get rid of the ogres, get rid of the worms from making them fail the test, they figured out how to create tunnels using Shinjui with Laurel in order to break all of the hogs out into the open. So that way it was basically a battle royale with the hogs versus the ogres, and that solves that problem. Problem solved, theoretically. Because the demon went after Bam, didn't even touch Rachel, which kind of leads me to believe something fishy is going on with Rachel after she did what she did in this episode, which was like, holy crap, oh my god, you know, he gets you into the next test, he goes after you, he saves you from being injured, you know, he's clearly likes you, and you're just being a complete piece of crap to him. I don't know, that's maybe, what is that called, codependency, I think, where he is extremely dependent on her, wants to get her to the top of the tower. But she pushes him from the kind of bubble they're in before they get sucked up. So I don't know what that means. I think it means Bam technically failed the test. So Bam at this point might be out of the tower. My guess is Rachel either made a deal with the assassin or a deal with the director where that she can continue to climb the tower, because obviously they know each other. There's not supposed to be anybody that knows each other, because that's breaking the rules of the tower. But that if she pushed Bam out of the bubble, made him fail the test, or killed him, either or. So I'm guessing she has some feelings from him, because she didn't kill him, and she is able to walk. So somehow she got healed. Everybody got tricked into thinking she was not able to walk, but yes, she stood up. She stood up out of the chair. So I don't know if she's just weak with the legs, if all of it was just a ruse and that she was going to fail out, or how the heck that worked. But everything played out into the director's plan. He was like, oh, Bam's going to want her to pass. We'll just say that she's injured. He's an irregular. He's going to make a deal with the administrator. The administrator is going to say yes, and then she'll get him in the next test. Bam will fully trust her, and then she will betray him at the last minute in this episode, push him out, and make him fail the test, which is some crazy mastermind plan by the director. So this guy, I don't know if he's super strong or not. I know he has some decent capabilities, but he's definitely up there in terms of intelligence. If he planned all of this out, that is just kind of crazy. We run into another member of the Coon family whose name we do not get. We'll call him Coon 2 or Coon Brother, whatever you want to call him. But I'm not sure why he showed up. He's not actually taking the test, but he was in the testing center. He showed up to, we'll call him Blue Turtle and Coon. Let's go with that. So Blue Turtle is the original Coon. Coon is going to be the new Coon. So he goes, talks to Blue Turtle about seeing the stepsister, because I think they were in love or whatever. It's wrong. It's messed up. It's Game of Thrones. But he was like, hey, do you want to see her? And he was like, why would a member of the Coon family, what do you want with me? Why would you help me? He was like, oh, I'm an outcast too, and I hate seeing them be happy. I want to mess with them as well. So that was kind of interesting, seeing how that played out. We don't really have a whole lot of information there of what's going on, why he's there, why he wants to see Coon, see the sister, but it might be to get him to fail. There is a possibility that the Coon family doesn't want him to surpass anybody now that he's climbing the tower, and it would not surprise me if they were trying to get him to fail as well, because obviously they don't want him to be a ranker, because he is a disgrace to their family, is the way they see it. Anak and Endorsi had a nice kind of thing going here. Endorsi defended Anak in the very beginning of the episode. She had the opportunity to kill her from last episode, but decided not to. Wanted to climb the tower with her. They all kind of agreed to climb the tower together. They're all kind of becoming friends. But obviously at some point, I think Anak is either going to get killed or something's going to happen to her, but it's not going to be right now. We know assassins are after her, but I think all the team members are now working together. The only way that there's going to be a difference is if they pin each other against each other, and for one of the tests, could be one of the final tests where it's like, oh, it's whoever wins this fight against this other person is the one that gets to go to the top level. The other one fails. I'm not exactly sure how that will happen and what'll go on with that, but who knows? Anak lives to see another day. I am happy. We lose the Black March and the Green April. So Yuri basically said, hey, when you know how to use this properly, when you get stronger, I will give this back to you. Black March, she's probably just keeping it. Her goal was just to get it back, let Bam borrow it. So we're probably never going to see Bam with that sword again. Very, very unlikely. And then Bam is just there floating away. He can breathe in the century. Honestly, he had a very good control over it. He was the only one that was powerful enough in the group, powerful enough to control it. It's very emotion-based, obviously. When he's, using it, the contract stuff, it's blue. His hands were glowing in there at one point, which leads me to believe that they have some sort of special connection with it, obviously because they are both irregulars, I believe. They were both glowing in the first, Rachel was glowing anyway, in the first episode going into the tower. And then he used his abilities to blow up the demon. We saw how powerful he was after he got eaten, so that's kind of throwback to the first episode where he gets eaten by that giant crazy lizard serpent thing, which was definitely very interesting. And he makes it. We think he makes it. He's good to go. But 9 out of 10. I'm guessing he's not going to fail. Obviously, he is the main character. So my guess is what's going to happen is he's going to go full Iron Man. So basically, he's going to put it into both of his hands, one of his hands, shoot it out, go flying up into the monster that's sucking Rachel up, get back into that bubble. It's going to spit him out. They're both going to pass. And him and Rachel are going to have an interesting conversation because I think at the end of the day, he's still going to be loyal to Rachel. No matter what she does to him, he is just going to go back. Very toxic relationship going on right there. She ignored him completely, didn't want him to know who she was. She pretended that she was hurt. Kind of maybe enjoyed it for a little bit, cried in front of him, showing some emotion, possibly manipulating him even more, and now she's trying to get him to fail yet again, so I need her to go away. I don't like her, I don't trust her, and I don't want her to pass the test. I hope she fails miserably, and I hope everybody hates her and it completely ignores her and purposely tries to get her to fail the next level. That would be delightful. But next episode, we're getting to level 3. I don't even know if we're going to start level 3, because it took them forever to get through level 2, and I don't know where it is compared to the actual webtoon, if they're fitting the entire first arc of the webtoon into this or not, but there's got to be such a long way to go. I mean, I know there's at least 100 floors. I think the 100th floor is the top floor. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but there is just so far to go, and we are still on the 2nd level. We didn't even reach the 3rd level yet. So my guess is there's going to be a little bit of break room in between, and the season will probably end with them just starting the 3rd level, whatever test they have to do in the 3rd level, and that'll be all she wrote. And then probably 6 months to a year from now, we will get another season and continue the story, because it seems to be immensely popular. People definitely seem to be enjoying it. So that's kind of all she wrote for this episode, my review here. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.